Can you guarantee me that, assuming South Africa decides to invite me back next year, which is questionable after this, we won't be arguing or discussing airlift? Can you give me that assurance?
I think Indaba 14 is once again an opportunity for not only the country but obviously the continent to show its wares, but it has to go more than that. It has to be prepared to engage in the issues that are affecting the continent, whether it's the visa issues, the infrastructure, the airlift, or of course the always ever-present security.
The less than savoury policies of some governments in Africa seems to be a nice neutral way of describing it. Do you think tourists are put off?
Africa is not for sale. So we're not rushing out to sell out Africa. So the point that Thulani makes is quite important. It's about the value for money of coming to Africa. I mean, you know how much it costs to have a comparable trip to any European destination. It just doesn't compare. But what it also doesn't compare with is the diversity of the African product.
I wish Africa were for sale.
Sorry?
I wish Africa were for sale. Because that would make us grow. We could sell products. That's what we need to do.
No, but Africa is open for business. Africa is open for tourism. But Africa is not for sale. It's not a fire sale of the continent.
Nobody's talking about a fire sale. People are saying, come and visit us.
Of course Africa's for sale when the time and the price is right. Yes, sir.
I'm just curious, because you say the biggest competitor of South Africa would be the other African countries. So we ran yet another, and we love our data, research on last year, and actually the destinations, the top 10 destinations that people research after they research South African content, there isn't one single African country there. It's Caribbean, there's Italy, there's Thailand, there's India, there's Australia.
Which tells us what?
Which tells us that there's a much broader view from the global consumer, the global traveller. When they're looking at South Africa, they haven't even decided on the continent yet.
And one of the things we discussed this morning, and which I think quite rightly, was getting to grips with that. It is the ability to discuss those issues that's crucial to Indaba, more than just selling Leo the lion and a good night's sleep in a bungalow.
I have been given no instructions about what I can and can't ask, where you have been able to ask any question. And let's face it, we've discussed the hardest issues facing Africa at the moment, from gay rights to security to infrastructure, in an open, clear forum. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why each year that they ask me, each year I will have to say thank you, ask you.